Scientists studying Greek feta discovered something bizarre. The flavor of the cheese may begin in wild mountain herbs, which sounds poetic, except researchers measured it chemically, and somehow that became an international trade war between Greece and the United States. For decades, American dairy companies, especially in Wisconsin, have produced and sold white brine cheese labeled as feta. And in the United States, that's completely legal, because America considers feta a generic cheese, like cheddar or mozzarella. And honestly, from the American perspective, this whole debate sounds irrational. If you can follow the same recipe, why shouldn't you use the same name? But the European Union completely disagrees. Inside the European Union, feta is legally protected under the status of Protected Designation of Origin, meaning authentic feta can only be produced in specific parts of Greece, and the production rules are very strict. Authentic feta must be made primarily from sheep milk, with up to 30% goat milk allowed. Cow milk isn't permitted at all. At first, this sounds overly specific, until scientists started analyzing the cheese itself. Greek sheep and goats don't usually eat standardized industrial feed. Many roam mountain grasslands, eating wild oregano, thyme, aromatic grasses, and Mediterranean shrubs. Basically, they are grazing through the flavors of Greek cuisine, and those herbs contain volatile molecules called terpenes. The smell of oregano, the sharp scent of thyme, those aromas come from terpenes. And researchers found aroma compounds associated with mountain forage appearing in the cheese itself, meaning the environment leaves chemical signatures inside feta. So scientists decided to test whether Greek landscapes produced measurable differences in the cheese. In a 2023 study, researchers analyzed feta produced from animals grazing in different Greek regions. They examined aroma compounds, fatty acid composition, and flavor-related molecules. Basically, they chemically fingerprinted feta cheese, and they found measurable differences depending on where the animal grazed. Mountain-grazed feta showed different aroma signatures and fat compositions than feta produced in lower plains. In other words, two feta cheeses made in different Greek mountains may literally not be the same food. So when people say Greek feta tastes different, that's not tradition talking, that's measurable chemistry. There is another major difference. Most American feta-style cheeses use cow milk. Authentic Greek feta doesn't. Sheep milk is completely different. More fat, more protein, and different fatty acids, which help create feta's richer texture, sharper tongue, and stronger aroma. So before aging even begins, the chemistry is already different. And then there's the feeding system itself. Most industrial dairy animals eat standardized feed indoors. Meanwhile, Greek goats are climbing mountains eating wild herbs. And strangely enough, that actually matters. The same study found something even more surprising. Feta produced from mountain grazing systems contained higher levels of conjugated linoleic acid and lower saturated fatty acid levels, meaning the environment didn't just affect flavor. It altered the nutritional composition of the cheese itself. Imagine telling someone, "This mountain changed the fat profile of my cheese," and being scientifically correct, which means international trade officials are now arguing over grazing patterns, wild herbs, and sheep diets. And somehow that's a real geopolitical dispute. Recently, US trade official criticized Europe's protections by arguing there is no place called feta. But that misses the point entirely. The argument is basically this. This cheese only exists because this ecosystem exists, just like Parmigiano Reggiano or Roquefort. The idea is that geography itself shapes the product, and increasingly, science suggests that's true, because this debate raises a bigger question. Can industrial food truly replicate a place? Can another country reproduce Greek biodiversity, mountain herbs, and generations of environmental adaptation? Or is copying the recipe never enough? The more scientists study traditional foods, the more they discover that geography matters, not symbolically, chemically. So maybe Greece isn't just protecting a cheese name. Maybe they are protecting an ecosystem, because authentic feta may not just come from Greece. It may only be possible there. Maybe feta was never just cheese. Maybe it was an ecosystem you could taste.